Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to be counting each grain of rice that is in this container of rice, one by one. So, there's a Home Depot bucket that is off screen to the right of me, probably to your left. And every time that I count a grain of rice, I will throw it into the bucket and you will hear a resounding doink. That signifies another grain has been counted. So we've got a lot of rice to get through, so let's get started. 1. Good start. 2. 3. I missed the bucket, but that's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Stuck to my finger there. 8. Eddie, hopefully you can hear the doink in the bucket. I think you can. I think it should be okay. Oh, I dropped one. Oh, shit. Okay, well, was it okay? So 9. I dropped one. 9 was that one. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. Missed the bucket again, but 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 27. 28. Smells good. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. Missed again. 43. Missed again. My fingers are getting a little sticky. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. Oh, that was close. I almost forgot. 54. 55. Now we're on 56. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. Ready for this one? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. 67. 68. This one would have been funny 10 years ago. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. So just to check in after our first 100, it may not look like we've made progress, but we have a little bit. If you compare to when we started, it is slightly, ever so slightly lower. Okay, so we're at 100. 100. I think we'd all be lucky to make it to 100. Maybe not, though, depending on who you ask. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125. Accidentally grabbed two, so this is 125. 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 169, 168, I'm sorry, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200. Okay, now we're at 200. Let's take a small break to evaluate both what's remaining in the container. So we are making some progress. We are making a small amount of progress. Let's also take a look at how we're doing in the bucket. So you can see the grains of rice are there in the bucket at the bottom there. So I gotta say 200 grains of rice, it really doesn't look like 200 grains of rice, but I guess it is what it is, right? Okay, so to keep my arms healthy, I'm going to switch arms for the next segment. So I'll be using my left arm instead of my right arm. Wish you could smell that. Smell-o-vision. Okay. 201. You know, actually, all right. I'm going to put the bucket actually in my lap so that it's very easy, so that I don't have to do the repetitive motion. You know, could be a problem for me in my old age. All right. 202. 203. I'm 29, by the way. 204. 205. 206. 207. 208. 209. 210. 211. 212. 213. 214. 215. 216. 217. 218. 219. 220. 221. 222. 223. Actually, I'm going to move my car up slightly so that it's not in the sun. Bear with me here. Because the sun is gonna get The sun is going to take off 45 minutes from this shooting schedule here. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I have to check the video to see what number we left off at. Okay, all right, so we're at 223. 223. 223. 224. 225. 226. 227. 228, 229, 230, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236. We are making some progress. 237. 238. 239. 240. 241. 242. 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249, 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256, 257, 258, 259, 260, 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266 fell into the bucket. 67, 260, 267, 268, 269, 270, 271, 272, 273, 274, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279, 280, 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, 287, 288, 289, 289, 290, 291, 292, 293, fell in the bucket, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300. Bad movie. Never seen it, honestly. I saw it on a bus once in middle school, so I can't really tell you. 301. 302. 304. Zack Snyder, by the way, I'm copywriting all these. 305. Just in case he tries to make sequels to 300. 306. That would be funny if somebody did that. Copyrighted all the 300 numbers so that Zack Snyder couldn't make sequels. 307. 308. 309. 310. 311. 312. 313. 314. 315. How'd you get carpal tunnel syndrome, Dan? 316. 317. 318. 319. 320. 321. 322. 323. 324. 325. 326. 327. 328. 329. 330. 331. 332. 333. 334. 335. 336. 337. 338. 339. 340. 341. 342. 343. 344. 345. 346. 347. 348. 349. 350. 351. What are you looking at, buddy? That's right. Keep walking. 352. Was that 352 or is this 352? 352. 353. 354. 355. 356. We are making progress here. Look at that. 357. 358. 359, 360, 361, 362, 363, 364, 365, 366, 367, 368, 369, 370, 371, 372, 373, 374, 375, 376, 377, 378, 379, 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, 389, 390, 391, 392, 393, 394, 395, 396, 397, 398, 399, 400, 401, 402, 403, 404, 405, 406, 407, 408, 409, 410, 411, 412, 413, 414, 415, 415 just fell in the bucket. This is 416. 416. Okay. 417. 418. 419. 420. 421. 422. 423, 424, 425, 426, 427, 428, 429, 430, wishful thinking. 431, 432, 433, 434, 435, 436, 437, 438, 439, 440, 441, 442, 443, 444, 445, 446, 447, 448, 449, 450, 451, 452, 453, 454, 455, 455, it accidentally went back in the thing, 456, 457, 458, 459, 460, 461, 462, 463, 464, 465, 466, 467, 468, 469, 470, wishful thinking, I'm just really, 471, 472, because in my head I'm thinking I'm going to take a break at 500, 463, no, 473, 473, 474, 475, 476, I hope I'm at 476, 477, 478, I have ADHD, so 479, or at least I would if it was real, 480, 481, 482, 483, 484, 485, 486, 487, 488, 489, 490, 491, 492, 493, 494, 495, 496, 497, 498, 499, 500. Okay, let's check in with our bucket again. Okay, I mean, some rice is no longer in the container. All right, so if we check in with our bucket, see. So, I mean, that's not nothing, you know. All right. $501, $502, 503, 504. Maybe I can do it with my eyes closed. 505, 506, 507, 508, 509, 510, 511, 512, 513, 514, 515, 516, 517, 518, 519, 520, 521, 523. This is making it more interesting for me. Thanks for your understanding. 524, 525, 526, 527, 528, 529, 530. Now I can pretend I'm an old cowboy sitting on a farm. 531, 532, 533, boy, 534, 535, 536, 537, 538, 539, got something in my eye, 540, 541, 542, 543, 544, 545, 546, 547, 548, 549, 550, 551, 552, 553, 554, 555, 556, 557, 558, 559, 560, 561. Let's see if I can do it this fast. It's 562, 563, 564, 565, 566, 567, 568, 569, 570, 571, 572, 573, 574. I don't know why I wasn't doing it this fast to begin with. 575, 576, 577, 578, 579, 580, 581. Why wasn't I going this fast to begin with? I could have saved an hour. 582, 583, 584, 585, 586, 587, 589, 588. Oh my God. 589, 590, 591, 592, 593, 594, 595, 596, 597, 598, 599, 600, 601, 602, 603, 604, 605, 606, 607, 608, 609, 610, 611, 612, 613, 614, 615, 616, 617, 618, 619, 620, 621, 622, 623, 624, 625, 626, 627, 628, 629, 630, 631, 632, 633, 634, 635, 636, 637, 638, 639, 640, 641, 642, 643, 644, 645, 646, 647, 648. There are two just fell in there. 649, 650, 651, 652, 653, 654, 655, 666, 657, 658, 659, 650, 660, 661, 662, 663, 664, 665, 666, 667, 668, 669, 670, 671, 672, 673, 674, 675, 676, 677, 678, 679, 680, 681, 682, 683, 684, 685, 686, 687, 688, 689, 690, 691, 692, 693, 694, 695, 696, 697, 698, 699, 700, 701, 702, 703, 704, 705, 706, 707. At a certain point, it gets harder to say it than it does to drop them in the thing. 700, oh, fuck, no. Oh, 706, 707, 708, 709, 710, 711, 712, 713, 714, 716, 715, 715. I don't know why I keep skipping random numbers. 716, 717, 718, 719, 720, 721, 722, 723, 724, 725, 726, 727, 728, 729, 730, 731, 732, 733, 734, 735, 736, 737, 738, 739, 740, 741, 742, 743, 744, 745, 746, 747, 748, 750, 749. Why do we keep skipping random numbers? 750, 751, 752, 753, 754, 755, 766, 767, 768. Did I just go from 50 to 60? 769, 770, 771, 772, 773, 774, 775, 776, 777, 778, 779, 780, 781, 782, 783, 784, 785, 786, 787, 788, 789, 790, 791, 702, or 793, 794, 795, 796, 797, 798, 799, 800, 801, 802, 803, 804, 805, 806, 807, 808, 809, 810, 811, 812, 813. I don't know why I wasn't doing this the whole time either, saying it, the numbers. 714, 715, 815, 815, 816, 816, 817, 818, 819, 820, 821, 822, 823, 824, 824, they make good movies. 825, 826, 827, 828, 829, 830, 831, 832, 833, 833, 834, 835, 836, 837, 838, 839, 840, 841, 842, 843, 844, 845, 846, 847, 848, 849, 850, 851, 852, 853, 854, 855, 856, 857, 858, 859, 860, 861, 862, 2 just fell on, 863, 864, oh, 864, 864, 864, 864, 867, it's 67, oh wait, 865, 866, 867, now we're on 867, 868, 869, 87, D, 871, 872, 873, 874, 875, 876, 877, 878, 879, 880, 881, 882, 883, 884, 885, 886, 887, 888, 889, 890, 891, 892, 893, 894, 895, 896, 897, 898, 899, 900, 901, 902, 903, 904, 905, 906, 907, 908, 909, 910. If I close my eyes, I start getting dizzy. 911. Ooh. 912, 913, 914, 915, 916, 917, 918, 919, 920, 921, 922, 923, 924, 925, 926, 927, 928, 929, 930, 931, 932, 933, 934, 935, 936, 937, 938, 939, 940, 941, 942, 943, 944, 945, 946, 947, 948, 949, 950, 951, 952, 953, 954, 955, 956, 957, 958, 959, 960, 961, 962, 963, 964, 965, 966, 967, 967, 968, 969, 970, 971, 972, 973, 974, 975, 976, 977, 978, 979, 980, 981, 982, 93, 984, 985, 985, 986, 987, 988, 989, 990, 991, 992, 993, 994, 995, 996, 997, 998, 999, 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. I'm going to see if I can try to keep talking so that we can get to 1 hour on the dot, even though I'm not counting anymore, because that's better for the thumbnail. If it's just a round hour, then people are like, oh my God, it's an hour. If it's like 56 minutes, then people are like, you know. It's all about the, okay, so why don't we reflect on the experience a little bit? So I would say that actually, believe it or not, the first 200 were pretty rough. The first 200 were rougher than 300 to 500, because 300 to 500 I was kind of in it, you know. And then 500 to 1,000 got progressively worse. But I hit a stride there from about 300 to 500. And my throat hurts. Because of for some reason I decided to yell the first 500 numbers. You don't really realize, you know, how strenuous certain things that your body does are until you do them 1,000 times in a row. So after the first 200 of me picking the rice up and throwing it all the way over there, that motion actually really hurt my arm. So at about 200, I was like, I'm feeling the pain. So that's when I moved the bucket to my lap. And that was much better. Yeah, that was much better. Thousand grains of rice. So, since we about 200 of the way through, I realized that counting that entire thing would probably take 12 hours, if that. So we might make this a multi-part series. I'm gonna put out the first 1,000 just to see how that goes, and if it becomes like a sensation, then sure, we'll do the next. We'll do however long it takes, but let's just test it out first, you know. 1,000 is pretty good. Counting 1,000 grains of rice, I think that's going to sell, you know. Let's see. So the thumbnail, well, the thumbnail will just be me going like, you know. Actually, I might not have a good frame for the thumbnail, where we can see the rice. Let's see if we can get one. Sure. 1,001. There we go. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much for everything. See you later. Actually, I'm sorry, everybody. I just did the math, and I think we need another 2 minutes to pad us out to an hour. I'm not counting any more rice. Okay, so that's out of the question. We just need to get to an hour. because we're already here. We might as well do it, you know? Fucking hell, man. A 1,000 grains of rice. Unlike the sitting in the storage unit for an hour, I would say this exercise had pretty much no benefits to me whatsoever. Because at least the hour was like meditative and relaxing. This was a purely useless, inane activity that served no purpose. But isn't it all? Meaningless. It's all meaningless anyway. Might as well sit in my car and count 1,000 grains of rice, right? Makes the same difference when I'm fucking in a box. 6 feet under. Six feet under. Just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more. Just want to be safe. Eddie. You know. He's always telling me, try to end on a round number. 1,000 grains of rice. The benefit this also serves is so the people who are like, who see the video and they're just like, I'm just going to scrub to the end and see which he gets to. Although they might not. I was thinking that was going to be a problem when I was originally thinking of calling the video, counting every single grain of rice in this container. But then when I realized that was going to be impossible and not feasible, about halfway through the video, I said, okay, let's just get to 1,000, and then the video will be called Counting 1,000 Grains of Rice Individually. That's funnier anyway, I think. That's funny. It's good stuff. It's great stuff, man. You're welcome for putting out this great stuff. All right. See you later.